Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I have got a bunch of stuff in the way here, i.e. that stuff is firewood. My log landing was filled up. I had to dump this kind of right in front of the bay doors. I've got something I need to get in that bay door, and I need to make some firewood. So, I've got a couple of tools today. I've got my ported Stihl MS 440. If you like that saw and want to see it ran more, this video is for you. Also got my 61/272. Those two are direct competitors. Exact same weight, exact same power. It just delivers in a little bit different way, but I want to try both of those out, see which one is going to be the best one, and then also my new firewood measuring tool, the perfect way to get firewood the exact same length every time. I think I'm going to try that on my 338 XPT. It'd be real nice if I could just kind of run down the log, mark it real quick with a nice light chainsaw, and then go back to the bigger saws to actually get the firewood cut up. So that's going to be the episode today. Welcome to Man Time. So the first thing I'm going to do here is get this wood prepared to be cut into firewood log lengths, which is going to be clean up these ends. You've got these raggedy ends from when it came down, crashed, limbs broke. These are all of the limbs out of that red oak tree that I took down. Make sure to go back and check that video out if you want to see me take down a huge red oak tree with a Husqvarna 3120 XP. But the first thing I'm going to do, get my saws warmed up and get these ragged edges cut off of this log here. One thing with the 440, it did leak like quite a bit of bar oil out while it was sitting. I've got all of these saws up at my barn dominium just ready to be used. So left them with, bar oil in them, gas in them, all that stuff. The 440 was the only one that leaked bar oil, and it leaked quite a bit. But I've since learned to not trust any of my saws to not leak bar oil. So that's not. Is that how that's? No, that's not. Is that how? These caps are just. Man. See, and then that thing doesn't catch, and now it's got, dirt and stuff all over it. Oh, jeez. This is just not going well, is it? Well, most important thing is how do they start, right? Man, razor sharp chain, hand filed, real nice. Alright, all the way down onto choke. There it popped. Let's start marking up this firewood. And before anybody says something, I know there's some of you out there, safety Sallies, that say, oh man, he doesn't have his PPE on, he's not working safe. Well, you don't know what's in my head thinking about what I need to keep me safe on my body. And on my property, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, right? I'm a man, I own this property, this is my job and my work site. There are, certain regulations for people in tree service and businesses where they have to have certain things on to keep them safe per OSHA regulations or whatever. This isn't that situation. So I'm not wearing chaps, and I feel comfortable and safe not doing that. I am wearing metatarsal shoes, so if one of these logs falls, it's not going to break my foot. Are you wearing metatarsal shoes? I don't care. It's not my place to ask you, right? So that's what's happening. I do have safety glasses on, I have ear protection in, and that is what I need on me to keep me safe, just in case you were wondering. Let's mark up this firewood into perfect 18 to 20 inch lengths. Oh, did we cool down? Yeah, cooled down a little bit. Well, you may have had a follow-up question to that last statement. What makes you feel safe? Well, a couple things. One, I know the main thing to do is not to get this part of the bar and chain in a cutting situation, right? So I'm not coming in like this and just cutting with that tip. That's what causes kickback. Not like chaps are going to save you from that anyway. Second thing, being strong enough to actually manhandle the machine, right? This is a machine, and you need to treat it like a machine and a tool. You can't just lackadaisically run a chainsaw, right? So I'm controlling the tool as I'm using it. Third thing, yeah, I don't know that there is a third thing. I thought I had one, but I guess not. Let's see how this saw wants to start. That 440 sure was running good though, wasn't it? Oh yeah. Man, this is a tough saw to beat for firewood, isn't it? Really tough. Wow. Well, shoot. I was hoping the 044 440 would be showing me something a little bit more than it has, I guess. But maybe it's just a feel thing, and maybe this is actually the faster, better firewood saw, even though that late model 61 272 ported with cheap parts. This one also has been ported. Full videos on my channel for both these saws. But let's put them back to back in about the same piece of nice hard red oak and see maybe if this one isn't as fast or faster. I think it was a little bit rich there. I'm going to try to lean it out. Maybe we can get a little bit more speed out of it that way. Alright, that felt much better. It must have just been a little bit rich there, but here again, the comparison. Which one is actually faster? I think that's the deal. The 040 or the 440 was running a little bit rich, leaned it out. Now it starts cutting. It looks like faster. It's going to be faster in the big wood. Is the deal. That longer stroke gives it an advantage in the bigger wood. But in the smaller wood, 16, 18-inch rounds, the 272 looks like it might have it, at least for feel. But there again, exact same weight, exact same displacement, so very, very similar. Man, if you guys are having fun watching these 270cc ported chainsaws go to battle, man, hit that thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Lots of this now and forever on Man Time. Now, one thing I am noticing with the MS440, the oiler is giving me almost the same problems that it was giving me on the clone 066 or 660, where the adjustability is severely lacking, and it's pretty hard to get to. It's up here a little ways, but yeah, it is opened up all the way, but it's like kind of locked up when it gets real hot, and it's not oiling as well as the 272 with it all the way open. So something to note there. Let's do a quick gas tank check for each saw. I'm way below half on that one, and on this one has always kind of been known as being a little bit of a gas guzzler. About maybe a little bit more on that one, but I think I ran this one more than the 272. So probably fuel consumption is about the same on both of them. It's still just a real toss-up at this point. Let's cut up some more firewood. I'm going to start off with the 272, and we'll go from there. I think I've about got them tuned in just where I like them. The 440 is still giving me a little bit of problems, you saw there on the low end, but not too bad. All right. Well, just another man challenge out here in the bush. How quickly can you get your chain back onto your chainsaw? Let's see here. Start the clock and kick in the flame music. Alright, last log of the day. Let's see if the 440 has still got enough juice at the end of the day. I'm about 1.5 tanks in on this one, a full tank on the other one. The 272, the start-stop switch quit working. When I went to hit stop, nothing happened. So we are down to one saw. We are still fairly sharp. Let's see how she goes. Alright, man. Well, that was a full day battle of the 70cc chainsaws. Man, those two saws, I'm still undecided. If given the chance to have either one of them, I couldn't really decide. They're neck and neck, you know. The oiler and the clutch on the 272. Now I've upgraded the clutch to that C-clip design, much better design on the clutch. The 440, trying to get it to idle with the chain stopped was a little difficult. Might be because I over-intaked the saw a little bit. I like my saws, those 70cc saws, about 160 for duration, 80 degrees, you know, on the intake. So that makes them a little finicky on the low end. But the clutch on the 272 Husqvarna was able to compensate. You know, it's a little bit better design. So that and the oiler was giving me problems on the 440 a little bit. But there you go. The on-off switch on the 272 ended up quit working. Might have just had a wire come loose. Who knows? I'll dig into that in a future video maybe. But yeah, that was all of the big logs. Now it's a bunch of small chunks of firewood. And this is my therapy, you know. Listen, yeah, you want to get some good therapy, go out into the woods, find a nice, cozy, quiet spot, and run a chainsaw. Get out there, have you some man time too.